This video is brought to you by Toys-R-Us UK. Use promo code TURTLETALK upon checkout and receive up to 10% off of these selected lines. That's promo code TURTLETALK. Link is in the description. What is going on, toy fan? Project Piper Customs here, and welcome back once again to a brand new installment of Get Crafty. The series which puts a spotlight onto those smaller projects from within the hobby, such as prop making and paint detailing, highlighting the builds themselves and the artists from pieces which we have bought from within the community. And in this video we're going to be specifically looking at 3D prints. So all what you see before you has been bought recently from people within the community, such as these raw 3D prints from Ian at IB 3D Customs. We have this awesome Spider-Man the Animated Series Goblin Glider by RGJ Customs. We have these X-Men Animated Series Mutant Inhibitor collars from POSABLEPRODUCTIONS. And lastly, we have these awesome 3D printed and hand painted crates by HackLife. All of the featured artists will have their accounts linked in the description and in the pinned comment below. If there's any particular piece here that you want to see specifically, I will leave timestamps down in the description below so you can just jump straight to it. But for now, let's do just that and dive in. Alright, and first up we have the HackLife with these beautifully hand painted crates. He's a UK based 3D printer and he designs and sculpts his own stuff, lots of different accessories and some unique pieces. So yeah, met him through the community, and when I saw these on his page, I just channeled my inner Bobby Duke and said, I want that. And that was that. I put in an order for 4 of these and here they are. Now I received these last year. I did actually unbox them during a live stream, but I wanted to show them to you now, and these are absolutely gorgeous. Let me get some better light on them. Very clean 3D prints, okay? Pretty much zero in terms of print lines. Beautifully done and designed by him, okay? Love the wood grain texture. Okay, nailed it to a T. Nice standard box crate design. Plain base, obviously, so they can sit nice and flat, and also you can stack them because of it. Okay, so if you had multiple, you can build them up as high as you wanted to. And of course, one of the other great things is, yes, they have lids, and lids can be removed. All right, so you can fill these with any kind of props and accessories you want. You know, have some guns in there. You could have some, you know, yellow paper, a little shredded yellow paper to create some straw. You could have them set ajar like that. Okay, you can have you can have an action figure with a crowbar trying to pry it open. All different ways you can utilize these as either backdrop pieces, as I usually do with this particular setup for videos. I normally have a couple of these tucked in at the back there behind some rubbish bags. But yeah, loads of different ways you can utilize these within toy photography or your display in general. Another awesome detail is of course the decals and the paintwork. Look at this. Beautiful wood texture and lots of nice washes and dry brushing. Love it. Beautiful detail. Really does look, gives you that old worn out wood feeling. And yeah, these decals are sick. He showed me some of the stencils he made from, and lovely red accents with the typical logistic symboling. I love these sort of paint chip details and the silver accents on the nails. All lovely touches right there, and the washes just bring out all the wood grain and dings and, you know, all the damage to the crate itself. Even on top on the lid, beautifully done. So yeah, that is the HackLife with these crates. And another great thing about doing business with him is his communication. He kept me up to date and in touch with every single part of the process, just kept me going to let me know how they were getting on. Yeah, and that's something that you just absolutely appreciate when you're buying from someone within the community and you know that they mean business and they take their hobby seriously and also very passionately. As you can see, the amount of work gone into them. Great person to deal with. I will leave a link to his page, his Instagram handle, in the description below. Do check out his page for lots of his other awesome work if you wanted to grab something yourself, and tell him that Ben sent you from Project Piper Customs. So shout out to Nathan from the HackLife. You're awesome, buddy, and I cannot wait to do more business with you. And now let's move to the next one. And moving along, we have IB 3D Customs with all of these raw prints right here. Again, UK based 3D printer. I know you're sensing a theme right now. So yeah, I was scrolling through Facebook and I noticed he had posted on the Marvel Legends Community UK Facebook page. Shout out to you guys. He put up a post saying, you know, anyone want any 3D prints for your dioramas? And I'm like, mine. So I had a look at the list of the bits and bobs he was selling, and yeah, there was a lot. And looking at the pictures, and I'm like, I'm sold. So I hit him up, I gave him a massive list, and I was like, I want that, I want that, I want that. And here they are. So let me just run down everything it is that I bought from him. Okay, so we have 1 park bench, 2 tables, 2 roadblocks, a tool shelf, a drill, a toolbox, a lamppost, a wet floor sign, a speaker, 4 tyres, a car battery, and 2 ammo crates. So yeah, that is everything. I placed an order for him, and he was really quick in printing it all, and the turnaround was really awesome, and great communication as well. So yeah, so let's run through and I'll show you everything it is that I've got up close so you can have a look yourself. Okay, so starting off with the car battery. Now, as I said before, these are all raw prints, okay? So no sanding, obviously no paint detail. So there is some excess flashing still on them because I haven't prepped them yet. But I deliberately wanted that because I really wanted to have a go at obviously getting all these prepped, and also I can add my own paint detail, which I really love. It's a great part about the hobby. And I will be doing a future Get Crafty episode in which I'll be doing just that. I'll be taking some of these and we're going to prep them and paint them. But yeah, so starting off with the car battery, as you can see, it's really good details on that, and good size, and yeah, nice little addition, nice little prop for your toy photography. Next is the wet floor sign. This is one of my favorite pieces because it actually works. As you can see, folds out, needs prepping obviously, but yeah, just sit it down just like that, and bob's your uncle, you got yourself a wet floor sign. I'll probably be adding some water slide decals of the signage on there once it's all prepped and painted. Okay, next up we have 4 of these tires. Okay, these are really cool, obviously solid resin, but I'm probably going to order more of these tires from him so I can stack them up probably in different sizes and get a big amount going for some Secret of the Use shots. Obviously NECA's going to be hitting us with that love soon. Next over here we have the pieces, because it needs to be assembled, of the park bench. Okay, so here are the wood slats for it. All right, so we got 7 here, I believe. Okay, so we've got the wood slats, and of course we've got the 2 ends of the bench right here. So they'll go like that, and obviously the grooves are here so where you can put the slats on, and I'll post a picture up of what it looks like all completed. Alright, so that is the bench, and that's what it will look like when it's done. Well, when it's put together. Next up we have this, which is another one of my favourite pieces, and this is the toolbox. Great thing about this is that not only does the top compartment reveal itself, okay, but the drawers actually all pull out. So let me just remove that for a second. Okay, so you've got the big bottom drawer here. Okay, so you've got the bottom drawer. Come back. Got the middle drawer. So say there's the bottom and middle. This isn't trickier than what it looks. Okay, so yeah, bottom drawer, middle drawer, next drawer up. Then of course you've got the 3 little ones here, and these are a little bit tighter, obviously because they need sanding down the edges. But you've got these 3 drawers here, and they all pull out. Great little piece. I'm really looking forward to getting this painted up. Probably have a nice metallic metal, maybe go for a silver, paint some red over it, and then just sand it back so it's all worn. And yeah, so I'm just gonna have some fun, experiment with some paint jobs with these, and I can't wait for that. Let's go to the back here, and here we have a drill. All right, quite a cute little prop. Really came out well. Obviously you can insert something in there to make it look like a drill. I'm actually tempted to take one of those very small Dremel drill pieces and just snap the end off and have that in there. So you've actually got an actual drill bit in a prop drill. Hopefully I can make that work, but we'll see. Over here we have 1 of the 2 ammo crates. All right, obviously not much in the way of wood texture in, we just have the print lines, but that's something I can do when prepping them. Once I get it all nice and smooth, maybe I can just then probably ingrain some wood texture with a sharp tool. We'll see how we get on, but I thought these are alright, and of course they open up so you can put stuff in. Alright, so beautiful stuff there. Let's go to this, and we have the amplifier speaker, which is pretty awesome. Obviously comes with the grate for Marshall's amp, and obviously that can just clip in the front. It's a bit too big at the moment, it needs a bit of sanding down each side before it can actually fit in there, but I think it's great that you can reveal the actual speakers inside. Of course you've got all the dials and knobs and what have you, and yeah, a great upper top case, and the back too, look at that. Okay, great details on the back, you got the handle on top. So yeah, really looking forward to painting this up. Maybe the first thing I do paint up. so I'm pretty itching to get on that. But yeah, a great 3D print of a Marshall amplifier. And at the back here we've got a table, and this is one of two. Okay, really nice. Okay, pretty standard table design, but you know, there's one thing I actually am lacking in my accessories department, is a decent table, would you believe? I know I could probably easily make one, but you know, this was being offered amongst the prints he was doing, so I thought, hey, I'll have one of those, or two. So yeah, we've got a couple of these, and I'm probably going to paint these up in like a nice like gunmetal steel colour. Have some warehouse style tables. So yeah, looking forward to getting on that. So carrying on, and we have this. Now this is actually again a piece that needs to be assembled, but this essentially is a tall shelf. Okay, so obviously with the shelves here, and obviously the brackets here, and obviously you've got 4 of these, stack them up, and you've got 3 shelves that go inside, and I'll show you a picture of what that looks like completed now. Okay, so you can just assemble it up and you've got yourself a pretty cool tool shelf. So I'm looking forward to getting this primed, prepped and painted and assembled, so looking forward to that. Next up we have again one of 2 of these road blocks. All right, so these again 3D printed massive pieces here. I'll bring the other one in. All right, so there we are, we've got the 2 here. Obviously they interconnect, but again, because they need prepping, they don't quite fit just yet. That needs a bit more sanding, a bit more prep work for them to get to slot them in. But once they are, obviously then you can join them up and you'll have yourself a cool roadblock. So it will come together like that, and I'm really looking forward to getting these painted. Maybe add some graffiti, probably chip into them a little bit, get some, you know, broken concrete and cement, and maybe having some of the reinforcement steel inside exposed, you know. So a lot of potential with these, and really looking forward to getting these prepped and painted. And last but certainly not least is this. And I know what you're thinking, what the hell is that? Well, I'll show you. Okay, so if I do this, hey, it is a lamp post. Okay, obviously standing up, it's out of camera shot, but as you can see here, we have the base and we have the post, and of course we only have the lamp part. All right, and it does come with an end cap here. Obviously it's 3D printed resin, but I am tempted to actually install an LED into this. So I'm thinking about carving a channel from here all the way down through and into the base, and having you know, one of the watch batteries in the base there with a little switch, and obviously just sculpting that back, and yeah, possibly trying to find something clear to have over that and have yourself an actual working lamppost prop. Okay, but it stands up pretty tall. All right, and definitely in scale with your action figures. And yeah, definitely I think I'll be doing that in a future Get Crafty episode when we mod and get this sorted out, so it's actually a working lamppost. That is everything that I bought from Ian over at IB3D Customs. Please be sure to check out his Instagram and his Facebook page. I will link both in the description if you want to get yourself some 3D printed props for your dioramas and toy photography. Alright, and next up we have this from RDJ Custom Creations over on Instagram, and yeah, I saw him print these up on one of his stories and then obviously his posts, and I just had to have one. And what is it, you ask? Well, we'll see in a second. But to bring it out close, we have a nice shipping box / presentation box, and of course, as you can see in there, we have the animated series Spider-Man Goblin Glider. Okay, actually show accurate, which is really nice. Okay, now obviously the other one for the Hobgoblin or the Green Goblin, I actually threw them out. Now this is perfect because I remember as a kid always wanting a Green Goblin or a Hobgoblin figure, and seeing the glider, and I just love this design for it. It's very simple, and yeah, it's a toy I always wanted as a kid. And obviously when we got the Marvel Legends, and they just gave us some other weird design gliders, and it was kind of a bit of a letdown, but seeing this, it was just something I had to have. It was kind of like a fulfillment of my childhood, getting this in hand, and it's really nicely done. They're very faint in the print lines, you can barely notice them. Some are a bit more accentuated, and I love that because it actually looks like it's part of the design. Okay, awesome front goblin face there. And of course the same hooking mechanism for the feet as you would find on the others, and afterburner at the back. And yeah, we have a little hole here. I say little, it's quite solid, and that's sort of that can hold a flight stand of some kind. Now I did go out and purchase the one that came with the Marvel's White Rabbit, which is right here. This is for the Proto Goblin glider. Okay, unfortunately obviously the hole was a bit too big to house that, but I might modify this stand with a little bit of hot glue on the end to beef up that peg so it can fit right in. But no worries, where that fails, a Mezco stand will rise. Okay, so let's get Hobgoblin in here and get a look. Obviously you can see he's pre-posed up and his feet can just slide in there, and with a little squeeze they can actually stay put. Okay, and there you are. He looks great on it. Absolutely, definitely gives me that animated series feel. And of course this will work for your Green Goblin also. And yeah, really loving this. You know, it's got some weight to it, but you know, that's all good. And he also provided a couple of pumpkins that will actually fit in his hand, unlike the one that we got with the figure. And these are really nicely detailed also. So bring it up close, you can see there a couple of nice jack-o'-lanterns, if you will. Okay, nice jack-o'-lantern pumpkin bombs for him to throw at Spider-Man. Love the red in the eyes, love the deep shade of purple. All right, and there he is with a jack-o'-lantern in hand, ready to destroy that pesky Spider-Man. So massive shout out to RGJ Custom Creations on Instagram. I will be linking his page in the description if you want to hit him up and get one yourself. And I'll be probably getting another one for the Green Goblin too. Alright, and next up we have POSABLEPRODUCTIONS on Instagram with his X-Men the Animated Series Mutant Power Inhibitor collars. Alright, so there we are. I ordered 3 of these straight from the Americas. Now, if you know POSABLEPRODUCTIONS, then you know his love for the animated X-Men series is second to none. And if you don't, I highly recommend checking out his page. Yes, I saw him getting into the world of 3D printing. And yeah, so I had to have a look at these myself for sure. So I hit him up and I was like, yo, and he was like, what up? And I was like, hey, you see them mutant inhibitor collars? I really would like some. And he was like, And I was like, I was like, cool. And that's exactly how it went down. No, but seriously, he was really kind enough to get these sent to me quick. And these have been selling out fast. So highly recommend you go straight onto his Instagram account. It will be linked in the description just like all the others, and you go into his LinkedIn, which is linked in the profile. It's too many links, and it will take you to his store where you can grab some. Now I think on his latest story he said he had a handful of these. This was at the time of me filming right now, so do check him out if you want to grab some. Definitely find out from him. I'm assuming he will, just in case if not, if he'll be doing another batch, because these are sold out really fast, and I'm happy they did. You know, I'm good to seeing my friends on Instagram succeed, especially when they're diving into this sort of stuff. All right, so yeah, as you can see, really nicely detailed. Okay, we've got the clasp there and all the nooks and crannies inside, and I believe these are based on the design from the animated show. I can't honestly remember, it's been so long since I watched it. Apologies, Brandon. But yeah, these are really nice either way, and yeah, solid. And of course we've got some X-Men in front of us of different sizes to check them out. All right, so start off with Mr. Wolverine. Obviously he's a little shorty, so we just pop the head off and this can just drop straight on. I'm going to just keep the peg up like that. Okay, and then yeah, we should just be able to pop the head on like so. There he goes, and here he is, all collared up like the animal he is. You can still get some turn on him. All right, so you can either hold it and get his head turned if you want the collar to stay put. Okay, or obviously if you turn it with, you know, there's a good chance the collar will turn with the head as well, but it still maintains articulation. So it fits nicely on the Wolverine. Now I just want to try on a female figure. So we've got Miss Jubilee here. Okay, same drill as before, just pop the head off. And yeah, because obviously she's got a collar, I want to see how this fares. Okay, so obviously it's quite wide, but obviously the collar is a rubber piece, so it will squish down. All right, pop the head back on her like so. And obviously it's quite wide on her neck, but still looks good. I actually like that a lot. So it still gives you that aesthetic, all right, that she's been captured and she's getting depowered. All right, so yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now let's have a look and see if they will fit on a larger X-Man, just like my man Colossus over here. Pop the head off. Okay, and obviously he's got a wider neck, so this will be interesting. So obviously it does stop there. So hopefully we can still pop the head on. Okay, so you can just see there. Okay, it doesn't sit all the way down, it just rests right there. So I'm hoping we can still get this head on. Okay, so it doesn't seem to want to actually have the head go back on with the collar, as it's quite wide a neck. So let me just try bringing it forward, give it one more go. Obviously it's quite a deep peg hole in there, so it's understandable if it won't. Right, so it won't pop back on its own volition, but if you were to put a little bit of blue tack inside, okay, and then plonk it on, you would be able to have it mounted and you can pose it and it won't go anywhere. So obviously it won't of its own accord pop back on with the collar on, but as I said before, a bit of blue tack goes a long way, so you can still get it to work. But yeah, just make note of that if you're looking to get these or have these when using larger X-Men's in your toy photography. But there is one other X-Men I did want to try this on. Deadpool. Hell yes, obviously from Deadpool 2, he himself has a mutant inhibitor collar on him, okay, so we've got to try it out on him. Collar goes on, and for the sake of this review, let's pop the unmasked head on him, okay, and boosh, that looks good. That looks really, really good. So not only will it work for your comic books and obviously animated series displays, it'll work for your movie line also. Really, really loving that. Okay, so massive shout out to Posable Productions. Definitely give his page a follow, especially if you love the animated X-Men series, and also if you love the Batman animated series. Do check out his other Instagram account, which is called Batman the Articulated Series. I will link that also, and where his recreations with toy photography of that show are the best out there. Okay, he is a franchise goat when it comes to these X-Men and Batman the Animated Series. Okay, so links to all of his socials will be in the description. Shout out to Brandon again for getting these to me super quick, and yeah, I love these, dude, I really do. They're really great, and I can't wait to utilize them in some toy photography. So shout out to you, my man. Alright, and that is it, guys. Please let me know in the comments which of these pieces you enjoy, and if you're going to be picking up any yourself. All of these fantastic artists' profiles and social medias will be in the description and in the pinned comment. If you'd like to see me utilise these in some future toy photography, then please be sure to follow my Instagram page at Project Piper Customs. Link will be in the description for that. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. It will really mean a lot. And that is it for now, guys. Take care, and until next time, stay crafty.